All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, my locker room youth movement. Producer Nikki Earnshaw and the intern Andrew Leeds. And, of course, we're talking Phillies baseball. And every Sunday throughout the baseball season, we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, sponsored by Blitz's Market in Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and their vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Markets, 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Go down there and say hello to Dave and Joe Newman. Now let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room our good buddy, Tommy Greene. Good morning, Tommy Greene.
Good morning, Billy.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm hanging in there, man. Just want to say thanks to Blitz's the other day. Those sandwiches were awesome. The wraps I had were great.
I got to tell you, man, they do a great job down there. And Dave and Joe Newman are wonderful. They got a great staff, and we really appreciate them. And I tell you what, Tommy, we had a good time down there. It was great. You know, you talk to everybody. You take your time and talk baseball with people. That was fun to see you interact with those people.
Well, I mean, especially with the people who are sponsoring and paying the bills for you. You know, that's always good. But I got to give a shout out to Mama down there. You know, she took care of
Mama Blitz, Kathy.
Mama Blitz, man, she was the best. Yeah, so it's we had a good time. You know, the weather was a little iffy.
Yeah.
You know, so but that was the only drawback. But you know, it's always good spending some time with the people that make it happen.
Hey, Tommy, last night the Phillies got a big win, and they got a great pitching performance from Tyler Phillips. What did you think of his, he threw a complete game shutout. That was pretty spectacular stuff out of the youngster.
Well, I tell you, I mean, ain't too much you can say about that. It's just, even my famous line is leave him alone. Don't talk about it. You know, just let him keep doing what he's doing. There's a lot of people can learn a lot of quality things from him, you know, what he's doing. You know, he's not striking out the world, but, you know, he fills up the zone. And he does it. It seems not to hurt himself too much. He trusts his stuff, and he keeps it down. I mean, he uses that sinker, man. He got some big double play balls yesterday, man. He's pitching. You know, so which is a good thing to see, and it's what we need right now because we got a couple spots in the rotation that, it's a little iffy right now, you know, with Ranger being out now, you know, and also, I mean, he's stepping into that fifth spot and doing the job, you know, and that's exactly what we needed.
Yeah, well, he threw 105 pitches, which is pretty good. He only struck out 4, but he only gave up 4 runs, which is really good stuff from the young guy from Bishop Eustace High School there in South Jersey. Great job from him, but, when you get contributions, you know, Tommy, when you get contributions from guys that, coming up from the minors in the middle of the season when guys like Ranger go down, and that means a lot to the guys that are playing every day.
Well, I mean, there's no question about that, and that's been sort of the MO to people that have come up and stepped and come in to fill in for some of the guys that got hurt or put on the IL. They have done the job right off the bat, it seems like, and it's been the next man up attitude, and then that's exactly what's happened. You know, we're going to have to there's going to have to be another attitude like that with the guy replacing Ranger. So, I mean, it's going to be one of those things. If we can just get a quality start and keep us in ball game, give our offense a chance to, you know, they woke up yesterday finally and scored some runs, and that's what we needed to happen. You know, so is get the offense going now. Now that the pitching. I mean, we had a couple things happen with the pitching side of things. You know, we just need to get that offense kind of chugging down the track a little bit, and when runners in score position, knocking them in.
Hey, Tommy, it's Nick. I got to ask you about the trade the Phillies made yesterday. Dombrowski goes out and gets Carlos Estevez from the Los Angeles Angels. What do you make of that move, and how needed was his services coming here to Philly?
Well, I mean, obviously you saw the trade before where sort of they got packaged with Baltimore with Sir Anthony, you know. So obviously I'm looking – I don't know about the guy they brought up for Sir Anthony a whole lot about him. I think he come from the Cubs a while back, but he dealt with injuries early part of the year and rehabbing. So I mean, it'd be great to see him, fill that role of long man and do that. I don't know if what they're going to do with bringing in, what kind of move they're going to bring in or do to send down again. But to have that kind of person brought in, that's, so to speak, in quotations, a bona fide closer. That he's done it. He's been doing it with a great arm like he has, and a guy that doesn't, knock on wood, walk guys and put preview on bases and stuff like that. If you're going to get something off of him, you're going to earn it, which is the type of guy you want that closer to be. So he's going to come at you and challenge you. He's done a good job. That's why they went out and got him. So we got another great arm down there to help us finish ball games.
Hey, good morning, Tommy. So, yeah, also with the Estevez trade, continuing on that, I mean, obviously you have to give up stuff to get it, and they gave up 2 prospects of their own in the farm that are pretty, decently highly touted, not our top prospects, but a lot of people are still kind of upset about, having to go to the prospect field and all. I was just curious, what are your thoughts on that, about giving up 2 guys like that to get a guy like Estevez to try to be that surefire closer?
Well, I mean, you said it when at the beginning. You got to give up something to get something. You're getting a quality guy at the end of the bullpen like that that's proven in the big leagues, and you have to give up 2 your minor league guys that's never been proven, even though they're touted or they're not their top echelon is listed, but they could turn into something great, which is great for the other club. But you've got to give up something to get something, so. They didn't give up none of their, 1 through 5 guys that they're really high on. So, I mean, I think that was a good move. That was a good trade.
We're talking with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Every Sunday we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Tommy, we're at the end of July, and the dog days of summer start. It's August is the dog days. And how hard is it, when it gets really hot and humid and your bodies are all stretched out, like, you're feeling it. How hard is it? I know you're playing in front of a packed crowd and that gets you pumped up, but how hard is it to play through the dog days of summer?
No, I mean, you don't look at it that way. We're creatures of habit. So
right.
we're repeating things that we do every day, so, going out there trying to see the baseball, hit the baseball hard. When we throw a baseball, we're trying to throw it where we want to.
Right.
And we try to change speeds. We're not trying to do anything different. The only thing that's going to change, I think, is when it starts getting like this, you got to really listen to your body and take care of it. And maybe you might have to readjust your routine in between, like pitchers, especially in between their starts and stuff like that, and really take care of your body. You got to listen to it and stay on top of it, and that's the thing about it. That's the key to, I think, making it through the season, at the end and getting, being strong at the end, stronger at the end.
Yeah, because when we were down at Blitz's on Thursday, you were telling me, and when we were talking to a couple of people at Blitz's, that you were saying there were a couple days, they had that thermometer on the turf, and you said it hit like 160, and that it was hot down there, and I mean that takes a toll on anybody's body.
Yeah, it takes. I mean, it can bang you up, and I mean you got to really take care of your body and make sure you're replenishing your fluids and eating right and
rest
the body what it needs to recover. Ice is your friend. So.
Yeah.
I looked at that. A lot of people don't like the ice. It's cold. No crap. It's cold. I mean, but it serves a purpose sometimes. Is to help bring you back, especially your everyday players who are running on that turf and doing things, and your pitchers that are starters that are going 6-7 innings or more. You can get in the ice, ice tub or whatever, for a couple minutes or whatever, and it'll bring your legs back. It brings you back. It rejuvenates you a little bit, but it also helps with inflammation and stuff to kick some of that stuff out of there. I think it's just you gotta use your what you have there. Use the tools, the stuff they have around there for you, and use the knowledge of your trainers and other guys that can help you do that. You know, and that's on one side of the business. Then you got to do your baseball side of business of it. You know, you got to prepare yourself mentally and stuff. You're going over hitters in your mind and different things for your next start or that next day or that day or whenever you're pitching or possibly pitching as a reliever. You know, you got to stay on top of things. So there's always sort of pressure and stress to do that stuff. So you're dealing with a lot of stuff that your body's going to react to. So you got to take care of it.
Tommy, I kind of want to go back to the trade deadline for a second here. Dombrowski kind of talked to the media yesterday, and he kind of made it seem like they're not really going to make another move before the deadline on Tuesday. Do you think the Phillies have done enough heading into the trade deadline, or do you think there should be another move to make before Tuesday?
Well, what are they going to make? You know, what are you looking for? You know, doing a pretty good job. They've added a couple guys that one's in need. One was All-Star last year, right? If I'm not mistaken, in Hayes. You know, has he done the same thing this year? No, he's been on, but he's a compliment to what we have out there that can do things, and he's a threat to do those things, and he's a quality player. So you're adding guys, you know, that have proved they can do the job. So I mean, and we needed that arm down in the bullpen. So I mean, they're doing the things they need to do. I don't know what else you're gonna want them to do, you know. Yeah. So, I mean, that's just me. You can go out and try to spend as much money as you want. People want you to spend money all the time. This as long as it's not their money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's I mean, could we look at, you know, is there something out there where they might try to do a center field type thing? I know I like that guy in center field playing defense for me.
Yeah, I like.
If we're living up to our capabilities elsewhere, he's a compliment out there, and just let him continue to grow and hopefully mature and do some things. If he's hitting 235, 240, we got other guys hitting 235, 242.
Yeah,
that you don't hear a lot about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think this team's set. I like where they are right now, and I think we're ready for I think we're ready for a playoff run, and I'm all in, baby.
Yeah, well, I mean, we still got a ways to go. We just need to, you know, we got you know, a little bad rut we got into, but also there was another the teams behind us, especially Atlanta, went through a little rut too, so it didn't really hurt us. But the team that's hot right now, you got to be careful with is friggin' the Mets.
Yeah, hey
they're
Tom,
playing good baseball, man.
Tommy, since London, since that second game in London that they beat us, they're 28-13.
Yeah, so.
The Mets, the stinking Mets.
They've had the talent there. It's all about it coming together, and they're doing it. So
they're half a game behind the Braves.
I think we play them a bunch towards the end of the season too. So I mean, we got to do what we need to do. Yeah, we got to take care of us. Yeah.
All right, T to Green. As always, baby, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming down. The Blitz is on Thursday. We really appreciate that, and we look forward to talking to you next week.
You got it, Billy.
Have a great weekend. Rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. There he is, Tommy Greene on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. On the Mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene is sponsored by Blitz's Market in Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and their vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Markets, 21st and Asbury Avenue. Go down there and say hello to Dave and Joe Newman. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Now, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events, and see it's a fit for your business. Send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number 1. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and my Locker Room Youth Movement, producer Nikki Earnshaw, and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.